When was the last time you felt absolute peace in your life? When was the last time you felt joyful? You just felt happy. When was the last time you woke up in the morning excited to go to work? You walk outside in the morning and you feel that fresh breeze and you cannot wait to do your job or do whatever you're supposed to be doing that day. If it's been a long time, then this is the right video for you. Over these past few years, I've been dibble-dabbling in different things, trying to figure out what is for me. And I've made these 5 mistakes, which in a way wasted time, but it actually taught me a lesson. So now I'm gonna tell you these things so you don't have to waste your time. Back when I was saying, because there was one time when I said, oh man, we're always stressed out. We always have this sense of we're always in fight or flight mode. And somebody commented, it's like, in this society today, we really normalize being stressed out, being unhappy, being unfulfilled, as if it's a part of life. But what if I told you it didn't have to be that way? You don't have to be stressed out. You don't have to be unhappy at your job or whatever you do. So here's 5 mistakes that you're probably making, and it's causing you to not really be able to find your purpose and know what it is. The first mistake is that you are driven by materialism. So when I say materialism, yes, I'm talking about money. You want to make 10, 20K a month. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to make money. You want this fancy car. You want to drive a nice car. You want to stay in a nice house. You're motivated by extrinsic things like getting more dates and stuff like that. Going to the gym and getting really big and looking really aesthetic. And these things there's nothing wrong with these things. But when these things are your central motivation, when they are what drives you, you're not coming to your purpose. These things are surface level, superficial things that don't exist. They don't have any value. They may have value to the third dimensional people, the idiots that look up to these things, right? But they don't have any value. And spiritually, see, these things are superficial. And when you are materialistic, these things kind of run you. They run you. Because when you're trying to get money, you're trying to make more money, you're trying to get a better car, you're trying to get a better house, you don't ever get fulfilled by these things. You're never fulfilled. You're just chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing, which puts you in a state of neediness, which implies that the money is running from you. When you're in a relationship, when you're chasing that other person, they're repulsed by you. They want to get away from you because of the neediness. Same with money. Same with these external things that people chase, and it's materialism. That's why a lot of people are in debt. A lot of people are unhappy these days because you're chasing things that don't hold any value. You are a human being. You have a purpose. You have something that you're supposed to be doing in life. Yet, the things that you're doing, you don't care about those things. Here's a story real quick. I was thinking about going into the trades, and I was like, okay, well, this is probably a really good idea because I'm going to make a lot of money, but I don't really care about the trades at all. And I know other people probably going to say, yeah, they pay really good because nobody really wants to do it. If you don't care about plumbing at all, then why should you be a plumber if you don't care about it? If you're only motivated by the check, if you're only there to collect the paycheck. Now, I know what what you're probably thinking right now. Well, I can just be disciplined. I can just do it. I can just do it. And there's nothing wrong with doing stuff until you can do what you really want to do. But what I'm saying is this. The person that loves what they do, I mean, you can go to work every single day and hate what you do and be miserable and say, yeah, I'm going to push through it. I'm going to be disciplined. But the person that loves what they do, they will beat you every single time. Because guess what? The person that loves what they do it to the best of their ability. They provide value to the people, to the service. And guess what? That it makes them better at it. They get better at what they do. And they improve. And they make more money. So you choosing something that makes you miserable and something that you don't even care about, you're just putting yourself in a cycle. You need to be doing everything that you do out of love and positive things, not because you feel like you have to do it in order to get by. And sometimes in life, we're going to have to do things that we don't want to do in order to get to where we want to be in life. And I completely understand that. But you need to have a end goal somewhere else that you want to be. You need to know where you're going, in a sense. Because a lot of people get into situations that they don't want to be in, and they end up being there. Some people never really figure out what their purpose is. They never figure out what their purpose is. Another mistake that I've made a lot is doing things out of guilt. Being driven by guilt. I'm guilty. And a lot of times, the things that we are guilty of, like these things we don't feel like we deserve to be happy. We don't feel like we deserve to be successful. Subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? So when you subconsciously, you don't feel like you deserve these things, you're going to perform in a way where you're not performing to the best of your ability. So a lot of times we do that. We do things out of guilt because we feel that we don't deserve the better thing. So you may be doing something that you don't really like, and then you get something better that comes along. And all these things I'm saying is really gonna tie. They're all linked together, really. They're all linked together. The guilt. Sometimes people are very fearful. They have the fear of taking risk, and that's gonna cause you to have guilt. You're gonna be very guilty about not taking that risk. Because guess what? You can work 100 hours, you know what I'm saying? You can work all day. You can work 80 hours a week, but the person that's taking 80 risks is going to come out on top. They're going to come out on top. Because I always say this. Realistic goals will get you realistic results. However, unrealistic goals will get you unrealistic results. You ever remember when you was in school and the teacher said, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And you said, "Yeah, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a singer, a rock star." And then the teacher was like, "Oh, well, I don't know about that. You might want to rethink about that because it's probably not realistic. It's kind of not practical. Maybe you should just consider working at McDonald's. Maybe you should just consider doing something else that's more practical." You know what I'm saying? So it's very, a lot of people tell you not to really go chase your dreams, go after your dreams, because it's not practical, it's not tangible or something like that. It's just something that you are working towards. But as far as being an entrepreneur, who do you think pays the employees? The employer. That's who pays the employees. So when you're doing this, because from a young age, you've been programmed that you're not worthy of these things. You're not worthy of being successful. Because you always hear the saying, not everybody can be successful. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody can own their own business. Some people got to work at McDonald's. And that all that's doing is putting fear and guilt into you. It's making you fearful to take risks. And then it's making you guilty because you, low-key, subconsciously, you don't even feel like you deserve to be successful at that point. Because everybody telling you, no, not everybody can do this, not everybody can do that. They're just projecting their own insecurities onto you. And then another reason you'll be guilty, or, and I've already talked about the fearfulness and all that, but another reason you may feel guilty about becoming the best version of yourself, of being where you want to be, because everybody else around you, they're trying to drag you back because they are not where they want to be in life. So when somebody sees you going and pursuing your dreams and having like high levels of dopamine, and you're really excited about pursuing your dreams, since they're going to tell you, hey, what the hell are you doing? You need to do something else, right? What you're doing isn't working for you. Notice how these people, they don't call you and check on you. They don't ask you, well, how you can do this, how you can do that. They just say, nope, it's not for you. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. And then they even have the audacity to say, oh, if it was that easy, don't you think I'd be doing it? Or something like that. These people, it's like you have to be careful who you are around, like the people you spend your time around. Because when people say certain things, like you say, oh yeah, man, you know how long that's gonna take? That's gonna take forever, man. That's gonna be really hard. People like this really irritate me, because you are projecting your fear onto me. When you see me being excited about something, very passionate about it, you try and project your insecurities because you feel as though you will never amount to anything in life, and you want to put it on other people. You should not be around people like this. People like this will hold you back. They're not holding you back, but they're going to cause you to hold yourself back, because you're going to have these doubts about yourself. You're going to be like, oh, well, do I even deserve this? Because when you don't feel like you deserve something, because when you really want something and you feel like, hey, this is what I really deserve, you're going to do everything in your power to achieve that goal, to achieve that thing that you want out of your life. You're going to go after it. You're not even going to care what somebody else thinks about it. When you lose your self-confidence and you don't really believe in yourself that well, you're going to perform. Because and I've been dealing with this myself a little bit lately too. If I could make a product tomorrow and it sells, and I make a lot of money from it, just tomorrow, it sounds really unrealistic. It sounds unpractical. It's probably unlikely that will happen, right? But when you think that way, that it's very unlikely that tomorrow could be the day you win, are you really going to perform as if tomorrow could be the day you win? Don't you think you're going to half-ass yourself? You're going to cheat yourself? You're going to half-ass it a bit? Because you don't, well, what's the point? It's not going to happen anyways. I'm not going to become successful anyway, so why should I work that hard for it? You really got to think about these things. You have to think about these things. Another mistake, and reason why people haven't like a reason why you haven't found your purpose yet is because you are doing things. You are doing these things you want to do for other people's approval. You want to get a really good paying job, $200,000 a year, right? And then so everybody can say, "Oh, hey, look at Jack, look at Timmy, man, he's over there making that money, man. Yeah, I respect that man. He's doing his thing. He got his own crib. He's doing all this stuff. He got a nice fancy Bugatti." But meanwhile, you're doing something you don't even care about. It's draining all your energy. It's literally like you getting no sleep at all. And I know in this day and age, we try to make sleep such a bad thing. Oh no, sleep's not important. I'll sleep when I'm dead. No, that's stupid. That's dumb. It's very silly because sleep is actually going to help you become successful. When you were doing something just for a paycheck, or you're doing it just for money, my hand got stuck there. When you're doing something just for like when something is obviously not working for you, when it's making you into a more negative version of yourself, you're more like you're just down and you're negative all the time. At what cost are you willing to sacrifice yourself? For other people's approval? You're sacrificing your needs and your goals for what other people think about you. Does it really matter what people think about you? Why are you doing things for other people's approval? When something can happen to you and everybody else, they're going to literally move on with their life. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. You can't please everybody. You're never going to make your own decisions and then everybody's going to agree with them. You need to do things based off of what you feel is best for you, what you think is right for you. Because all these people, they're going to let you down. They're going to let you down. Now, I understand wanting to, your family and your friends, you want to get their approval and everything, and you want them to be proud of you and all that stuff. But you have to understand this also. Whatever you do, the people who naturally are for you, they're going to support you regardless. They're going to support what you're doing. As long as you show that you are confident in yourself, that you are confident in yourself and you know what you are doing, everybody's they're going to support you. The people who don't support you, they're not for you. They're not supposed to be in your life. For a long time, I was doing things that I know these things weren't for me. It's just not for me. But I was doing it to impress other people. You cannot try to impress other people and care what they think about you, because not everybody has your best interest at heart. Not everybody has your best interest. Because you got to really listen to the things that people say to you. Because sometimes people say things and they're saying these things because they want to influence what you do. Not everybody wants to see you win. And another mistake that people make, I made this mistake a lot, is being driven by anger and resentment. So, you had this woman that did you dirty, right? You had this situation that happened. You had these friends that, you got rejected, or, people just did you in a way that it really sparked something within you. So you said, okay, you know what? I'm going to get in the gym. I'm going to get big. I'm about to become the best version of myself. I'm going to get rich. And trust me, brother, I've been there. I 100% know that feeling. And although I think it's good initially, because it gives you that fuel and motivation, because when you feel anger and resentment, you have to use it in a positive way. So I think by going to the gym and, you know what I'm saying, trying to become the best version of yourself, using that energy, that negative energy for something positive and productive. When you're sad, I think that's a good thing when you use it for those reasons. But long term, it's always best to let go of those feelings of anger and resentment, because all that anger and resentment is going to do is control you and literally just hold you back. It's going to control everything you do. And then you don't really feel peaceful. You don't feel joyful. You feel like you're always chasing something. You're always angry and resentful. And it just manifests as some type of dull feeling, like a sad, you're not sad, you just feel empty and dull. You don't really feel much. That's because you've repressed or suppressed those negative emotions. But you have to use them productively. Initially, over time, you have to let go of those feelings. The best revenge on anybody, the best revenge is definitely becoming the best version of yourself. But you have to be doing it for you. You self-improve, not to gain other people's attention or approval, not out of guilt, not out of anger and resentment because you're mad at this person. She did me dirty. She cheated on me. She left me for somebody else. Not for that reason. Not because you want to get a fancy car. You want to live in a nice mansion with a waterfall and a big ass pool and everything. Not because you're fearful that if you don't improve yourself, no one will love you. You do it because you love yourself. You self-improve because you love yourself, not to earn your self-love. Now, here's where you can find your purpose. This is the best way, in my opinion, to find your absolute purpose. Here's what I recommend. You disconnect from everything. Like, you get off social media. You don't watch any TV. No Netflix, no playing video games, no alcohol, no weed. Basically, you dopamine detox or something like that for maybe like a week or 3 days, however long you feel like you need. And you just take that time to journal. Sit with yourself, like meditate, pray, ask God for guidance. Build a relationship with God and learn who He is and the things that He likes and things He dislikes. And understand yourself, understand who you are, find your core desires, figure out what your values are. Because a lot of the times in life, the things that you feel like your values and your everything you think, it's usually coming from an outside source. So it could be something you heard on TikTok the other day, a video you was watching on YouTube or whatever. A lot of times, these things, this is what happens. When you disconnect from all this stuff and it's just you and your thoughts, you figure out your core desires and why you are here on this earth. Because purpose is truly the most important thing that a human being can have. When you're following your purpose, inner purpose, everything aligns to your inner core, like your values and everything, and you feel fulfilled. That's why I talk about the internal success. The internal success will bring you external success. It's not the other way around. The problem is a lot of people try to get the external success, like get money and get all these fancy things, because they feel like that's going to get them the love and the love that they never had in their entire life. Money isn't going to bring you that. Sure, it may make your life a little bit easier sure, you get more dates, you might have a little bit more fun, be more pleasurable, but I promise you, you will not be fulfilled. It's very important to live a fulfilled life. And if you live a fulfilled life and you do something that you wake up in the morning, you love to do it. You love to do this thing. You're excited. Guess what? You become better at it. You become better at this thing. And then you make even more money. You make money off of it. But who really cares about the money you make off of it? I mean, you're going to make money off of it regardless. You know what I'm saying? Who cares if you make $100,000 a month? What are you going to do with all that money? Why are we motivated by these external things that don't really matter? As long as, now if you get these things as a result of following your inner purpose, and that's, you know what I'm saying, that's cool and all. It's a reward. But it's an addition to your fulfillment. A great addition to it. But it shouldn't be the main focus. So I hope this video really helped you figure some things out, shed some light on what your purpose is. If you found this video motivational and inspirational and all that stuff, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I got to go ahead and put some gas in my car, yo. But you know what I'm saying? My name is Raheem, the GOAT. And like always, never give up. Your younger self is rooting for you. Peace.